everyone, my name is Katie Carson. I am the Duchess of Suds here at Royalty Soaps, and I make soap inspired by a lot of different things. And today I am making one to honor a soapy tribute, if you will, to Brewster, one of my favorite non-playable characters, which is, I just recently found out that's what NPC stands for because I'm old. One of my favorite non-playable characters in Animal Crossing, Celeste being the other one. So Celeste and Brewster are my absolute favorites. He is so chill, and I have so many questions about his backstory. He doesn't say that much, but he has this like feeling, I just feel like something bad may have happened to him, and he is working through it by brewing coffee. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's make some Brewster soap. Are y'all ready for the most pigeon-looking soap you've ever seen? Great, because I couldn't be more ready to make it. Just gonna pour this lye water solution into my base oils here and blend it on up on high. We're going to have two little brown accent colors to look like swirly, delicious cream in your coffee. So there will be like a light brown, a dark brown, and then our base container will be the medium brown color. Obviously, we're at false trace right now. You can see my batch is curdled. We're gonna keep blending it. Of course, you would not want to pour your soap at this stage because you may not get a hard bar because it's not all blended properly. It's not fully emulsed. So first we'll add our accent color to our small containers. This is dark brown oxide from TKB Trading. Then we just have some regular brown oxide, also from TKB Trading. And that's right, you guessed it, some more brown oxide from TKB Trading. Then we have a little bit of titanium dioxide into the brown accent. I'm going to mix up our color first because in my experience, coffee fragrances typically move rather quickly, so I'm going to blend in the fragrance by hand. And now for the creme de la 𝘰𝘰𝘧𝘰𝘺, we add in our secret sauce coffee house fragrance oil blend. This is a custom blend by yours truly, and I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but it is the best coffee fragrance I have ever concocted. Brewster's blend will be my go-to coffee fragrance in the future for sure. Add that right on in. And here is to hoping I don't have to stick blend this and that it doesn't curdle. It shouldn't, but you never know. Every single fragrance batch is different. Ooh, smells delicious, but you can probably see by me hand blending, it's already thickening the soap. So this is why we hand blend coffee fragrances, people. They can just be monsters to work with, as is the same with chocolate fragrances. They can just be monsters. What can we say? We can't defend them. We don't know why they act like this, but that's how they are. So I'm just gonna pour this in as I mix it so that it's not sitting around getting hard. Not the best scraping job I've ever done, but it'll do. Pour that right in. Just like so. Scrape the little container here. All right, let's pour. Right down the middle. I'll do one pass on one side, then I'll move to the next one because I do want to make sure, of course, that every bar gets all the colors. There is enough discrepancy between these colors that I hope as it sits and just, I don't know, gets darker as time goes on, everything will still be its own color and that they're not going to fade into one another. That is the long-term hope. Ugh, my whole studio smells amazing right now. Beautiful. Okay, everything's in. Let's mix up our soap frosting. time to do our Brewster piping. So I have my Atico 808 tip. It is in the Royalty Soaps Soap Frosting Club. If you didn't know, I do sell a kit that has all the things you need in it, including my soap frosting recipe, so that you can put frosting on your soaps just like me. It is for intermediate to advanced soap makers, but we have literally sold thousands of them at this point, and I've gotten nothing but positive feedback. So if you're looking for a quick way to get a recipe that works, might I recommend myself? I'm sort of a resident expert on this sort of thing. Now, Brewster, he changes over Animal Crossing games. He has kind of a different look and changes color. I went with this soap color based on New Horizons because that's the game I enjoy the most. And in that one, he's kind of a bluey green. It's a very hard color, in my opinion, to nail because it sort of changes depending on what your screen settings are. Like on some versions, he looks a little more blue. On some, he looks a little more green. I went with the one I'm most comfortable and familiar with. And then of course I did two tones to kind of do some shadow, some highlight there, give it a little bit of dimension. Brewster is the most like adorable character to me. I loved in the game, I don't know if it was New Leaf, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's New Leaf where he has his own shop. I was sad that in New Horizons he had to share one with the museum again. I loved it when he had his own shop and the little flowers you could plant around it. Like it was just so perfect and you could kind of work for him. I understand why that wouldn't work with that new game, but I still feel like he needed his own place. What can we say? He's also so mysterious. I always want to know more about him. I wish he had more in-game dialogue. Everything he says is so trite. I'm like, who is Brewster? Like, does he go home to an empty apartment? Does he have a wife and family? Who would know? He's so mysterious. I have never once rejected him or told him his coffee was too hard to drink. I always say that it's perfect and I drink it immediately. And if he asks if I want pigeon milk, I always say yes, because I trust Brewster with his brews. Who am I to question? It's a pigeon that makes coffee. Are you really gonna argue with him? Now that we have all of the frosting done, it's time to put our embeds in. So in the game, Brewster hands you your coffee in a little white teacup with a saucer. So that's what I have here. For the end pieces, I am going to place it right on the front because it is rather a thin embed, and I'm going to try to protect it from the ruthless cutter. And then I can place the other ones in at the proper angle, making sure they're all spaced right. You know, I'm starting to wonder if I should put them on the other side so the teacup handle is visible. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Sometimes it takes a little finagling to figure how you should put your embeds in so that they're the most visible. This might be one of those things that I have to look at it a couple of different ways after I make the soap to see which one is really gonna fit the final product the best and which one is gonna be easiest for people to understand what it is. And now for some coffee beans. I'm going to put about 3-ish on top of each and every bar here. And this is going to take a while. It's well over 100 embeds. So I'll see you back in just a second when they're all in. Here are the soaps after everything got added to the top. So you can see every little soapy has the little cup on it and also the 3 adorable little coffee beans. So I am thrilled to death. We're gonna wait 18 to 24 hours before we cut them, and then we will do so after this quick commercial break. All right, let's get old Brewster out of the silicone liner here. No stickiness on this soap. It looks fantastic. It smells even better the next day. I'm just so stoked. Lift that right out. This is always like the trickiest part where you're like, I really don't want to drop this. It's worth hours of my time. I am gonna lay it bean side down. I'll get all of my little embeds right in the middle here so that nobody gets whacked. And then press down gently. Gently now. Ooh, it's hard. Pull one right out and ta-da, the inside of Brewster's coffee. Okay, so let's compare some of our teacup looks. First of all, delicious. Smells incredible. Love the piping. Like, I love everything about it. I'm not gonna change that much, but might change the way some of the teacups are in. So here's one way, which was like pushed in almost completely, but I think you can still tell what it is. And then I had some that I put at a slightly different angle. Like I tilted it to the side just a little bit. I don't think it really does that much for the soap, honestly. So maybe it doesn't matter. I pushed this one in exactly straight. Don't like that as much. I feel like there's a pretty good difference between this one and this one. Like you can just see more of the cup. So yeah, this one is the way we're going, I think. As far as fragrance and stuff goes though, dang, right on. This is my favorite collection I've done all year. Maybe in the last 2 years. It was just so divinely inspired. I could make so many more Animal Crossing soaps. If this soap series does well on YouTube, you better bet your funky buttons I will absolutely be doing another series next year. Like Animal Crossing #2, the greatest hits. Here's the question of the day. Feel free to tell me other soaps I should make inspired by Animal Crossing, okay? Do all the little Nooklings need their own? Like, do the little Tom Nook, does he need his own? Let me know. Pretty good, right? The colors, the coffee. Best coffee smell yet. I'm keeping that for years. Now, if you want to get this soap or any of the other over the garden wall themed soaps that I have made this month, you can on November 5th. That's when they're all launching. But also, did you get the emoji? Did you track it? You write that down because you're going to need that if you want to enter my Switch giveaway. That will be happening on November 5th in that November 5th video. If you want to know more about how to enter the giveaway, watch the beginning of this video, or you can head on over to Instagram where I have like a little highlight bubble where I'll tell you what it's all about. Essentially, I'm doing an online scavenger hunt because it's fun, gosh darn it. I wish other creators did this because I would be so interested. Do something fun for yourself today. Go brew yourself a cup of joe. You know, my best friend Caroline just bought one of those Nespresso machines and she told me she's never going back to Starbucks because they are that good. Do you have an espresso? Is it that good? I gotta know. But you know, I don't really care what you do. Just do something for you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. What's it gonna be about? Oh, no hints today. You're just gonna have to see. But I'll see you then. It's gonna be fun, I promise. I can promise you that. And yeah, bye for now.